I want to start talking up something I'm introducing this year. I've been researching and studying and packaging a series of teachings that I've shared in this channel. And a few people have come forward with skills and they've learned how to apply my ideas to their teachings. And so we've kind of pieced together a package of courses, which we're going to start in September. There are 7 of us doing this. And I'd like to just start the ball rolling on this and talk it up a bit. Essentially, it's around the number 7. That's my favourite study. And I've applied it mostly to Sabian Symbols. So that's the starting point. So from that study, you get the writings that I've done on the Sabian Symbols, which took the work of Mark Edmund Jones and also Dane Rudyard and looked at Jones's work through the lens of 7. So I've extracted 7 statements he's been making from each of the Sabian Symbols, and I've put that into the 7 words sequence. The 7 word system is based on the Sufi planes of consciousness, and it suggests that there are different vibrational approaches to everything. And I've started looking at the 7 planes of consciousness applied to astrology. And we're studying that in one of the courses. So we look at each of the planets and say, well, if you're in that state, how does that planet show itself? So that you can look at 7 different states of being, all having their own different effect upon the planets. That's the inner planets. And I've looked at the outer planets differently. The Uranus, Neptune, Pluto configuration I see that as the Holy Trinity in astrology. And that's what really makes a difference to what's going on in our lives. People go through ups and downs of various transits and so on. But when they come to an outer planet transit, life changes. So I've looked deeply into the Holy Trinity and found essential keywords for these outer planets. And we're studying that specifically in relationship to the tarot, another symbol system. And so we're finding correspondences between various metaphysical symbol systems like tarot, like Sabian symbols, like general astrology. Also, I've looked into Sufism quite deeply, and so some aspects of Sufism trickle into the work. And various of these inspired teachers have come forward with different ideas. So we've got Loic, who's presenting eco-psychology. He's looking through the lens of the Elven star of the moon and noticing what we need to feel good in our environment on 7 different levels. Very profound idea, and he and I are going to work with that one together. So psychic development is also a feature of what we're doing. We're learning how to do channeling on the one level, also just tune into people on the level of empathy and developing telepathy. And all of these words are kind of, they sound a bit strange to a lot of people, because they don't seem realistic. And to those people that believe in them without a lot of common sense and disciplined study, they kind of mismanage the knowledge to the point of silliness. Neither of those work. The scientific materialists and the pink and fluffies, neither of those categories of people really get the mysteries. It's not beyond our reach. I was going to say it's not mysterious. It is mysterious, but it's not beyond our reach. However, we have to reach. We really do have to reach. And it has to be said that the time has come for that reach to be long and strong. We can't mess about anymore. This is the 11th hour. We're in trouble as a species, and some of us have got to step up and do what we can. If we can save ourselves from extinction, that would be a very definite achievement. But even if this is the end, nevertheless, we've got stuff to do. We've got work to do. And I said this to my Sufi master some years ago. I said, what if the world is coming into an end? He said, well, if it's tomorrow, then today you do today's work. don't fret about it. Just get on with today's work. And that was so straightforward, so simple. Yeah, you just do what you can today. And if tomorrow doesn't exist, oh well, you did your best. And that attitude is the right attitude to go forward. So if we've to learn what there is to learn in a very short period of time, then we just got to get on with it. Stop messing about. And by messing about, I mean, if you were taking the trouble to study something to get a job, you'd apply yourself to it. You'd do it when you didn't want to do it. Using discipline, you'd talk it up, you'd write stuff, you'd get feedback. You'd apply yourself to the thing. Well, why don't we do that for esoteric studies? Some of us do. And that's how you learn it. You read books, you talk to people, you write things, you consult other opinions online. You study this stuff deeply and with all of the time you got, and then you make more time. There isn't anything more important than getting a grip on the esoteric mysteries. They're called hidden, esoteric, occult, because they're not obvious to most people. But when you just strip aside the veil and you start trying to work it out from a different perspective, different perception, then the revelations are, they come fast and thick, and the feeling of having a new mystery revealed to you is unrivaled. That eureka experience, oh wow, now I understand. You see it in kids all of the time when they wake up to a new grasp on the nature of reality. Well, that doesn't ever stop. We might not go very fast in that direction after a certain age, but there's no need actually to stop. There's no need to slow down. I doubt very much whether I spend any less time nowadays than I ever did studying stuff. 20 hours a week when I was a kid, 20 hours a week now, certainly. So you got to do the work if you want the mysteries. And most people, they won't do that. They're only interested really in astrology to understand the contours of their own personality. Who am I? And that's a very good starting point. But that's all it is. And if you're vain or self-important as you do that, you'll miss it altogether. Astrology is profoundly mysterious. Really. And yet that mystery is kind of lost. It goes over your head if all you're interested in is counseling another person or self-revelation. There's another side to it. And this is what we're trying to get at within this course, the Elven School of Mysteries, we're calling our school. We're trying to look at, first of all, learning the skills of esoteric techniques. Secondly, and actually simultaneously, learning how to apply those skills not only to self-revelation but also to mastery. How do you master life? How do you get on top of it all? Well, the answers are here. Magic, psychic development, understanding Sabian symbols, understanding astrology through the eyes of Sufism, understanding how to see yourself as an aspect of the ecology, the environment within which you live, how to do all of this kind of material world engagement using esoteric mysteries. That's surely the purpose of learning the mysteries, is to make your life better. Not only happier and more joyful, but also more effective. And as we do this, it's inevitable that we're going to share this with the people around us. And all we can ever do in the moment is help the person that we're talking to right now to raise their game a bit, to become a little bit more awakened than they were yesterday. We can't heal billions of people. We can address people one at a time or in a small group and get some measure of awakening, and trust that there's a general awakening that somehow mushrooms into existence. Bit by bit by bit we do our bits, and then there's this explosion into what's Rupert Sheldrake calls the 100th monkey principle. All of a sudden we all wake up, and there's not really much evidence the day before. It comes quite surprisingly, and it is because of all the little opportunities we've taken to use the knowledge we have, to get our lives right, on course, to try and get other people to do the same thing. And the central work that I'm delivering within the courses, the curriculum of the Elven School of Mysteries, my contribution is the Sabian Alchemy process, where I bring a lot of attention to what question you're putting to life. What am I going to do with my life? It's to do with your question. And that is not only words, which are very important, perhaps the most important. It's also feelings. So we look at planets. It's also the subtlety of cosmic awareness of those feelings. The Elven Star offers this, and so on. So we look deeply into alchemy, transformation, using Sabian symbols and self-awareness in how we speak. So that's my contribution. Anyway, if you're interested, get in touch and we'll send you newsletters and updates on where we're going. 9th of September, a diary date for you. And there's a course going on in April 15th and 18th. We're also offering something. So we'll send you details if you're interested. Thanks.